about EdTech. According to my research, in 2023, it was a 231 billion market size. We know that the pandemic really accelerated this. Funding for it tripled in 2020, and that was directly tied to the pandemic. What is your take on the rapid rise of EdTech and then now AI use in schools?
This is my like old man yells at cloud thing
Yeah.
from The Simpsons. I'm going to drag out my soapbox. Yeah. So in EdTech, we have an acronym that SAMR, SAMR, stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redesign. And the idea is that, if we're using something, a technological tool, right? What is it doing? Is it a substitute? Is it augmenting or modifying the experience? Or ultimately, it's a pyramid, right? So ultimately it's a redesign. It's like completely changing our interaction and what we can do with the experience. And the vast majority of ed tech tools are substitutes. And I'm not talking about like if a kid, for example, needs to use speech to text, then that's not a substitute. That's a modification, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we've just transferred all of our worksheets into Google Suite products, then like we have substituted a digital worksheet for a physical worksheet. And I would argue that there's not really a purpose in doing that. And if anything, we're making our lives harder. Yes, ed tech. Yes. Talking about, I would say the proliferation of ed tech is a symptom. And I would say the problem is we have school districts who are being kind of told that all of their metrics and funding and all of these things are often determined by test scores, some very objective metrics.
Yeah.
And then the companies who sometimes are the same ones who design those tests are then coming to them and saying, we can improve your test scores with our new product. You're not, makes sense from a business perspective.
Yeah.
If you're a parent who is concerned about sort of the proliferation of that technology, I would say like go to a school board meeting and ask like, how are we choosing these things? How do we know they work? How do we know they're better? And I would also, what I think is a very effective question is I would also ask, your teachers, your principals, your school boards, what is the barrier? What is the barrier that's preventing us from doing textbook adoption? What's the barrier that's preventing going back to hands-on materials? Because that's a very different question than why are you using this?